Alright, what up, it's Shankster94, and welcome to my 84th weekly Q&A. This is a place for you guys to ask questions, receive answers, communicate with each other, have entertaining but pitiful comment wars, and whatnot. Alright, so the first thing you'll notice, if you've been attending these Q&As for the past, I don't know, few months, actually past year or so, is I finally got a haircut. Yep, no more long hair. And no more jerk-offs telling me to cut it. Alright, so who do we got here? We got Wyatt Chatran, Manif Muff, Tina Schroeder, Marat Balamza, and whoever tunes in the next few minutes, I guess. Now, please, guys, let me know if I am lagging at all, either on your end or in general, because my computer's decided to be very slow today. I had to literally restart it before this Q&A, and that's why I was like 12 minutes late. So yeah, that's what's going on. Alright, so let me get this 1 hour timer going, because I'm already late enough as it is, so this is going to be like 15 minutes later than previously scheduled. Here we go. So, Wyatt, did I hear... Or actually, no, the first question I'm going to answer is actually Marat Balamza's. Can I rate Chronicles Retelling scenarios out of 10? There's a lot of scenarios. And I don't know the Chronicle games enough to know the name of the scenario, so sorry, Marat Balamza, I can't do that. I can't do that. Alright. So, Wyatt, did I hear about the video game awards? Did I tune in? No, I didn't tune in. Okay, so the problem I'm seeing here is my camera is like freezing in and out, but my voice is staying, so yeah, my computer's fucking very slow right now. Oh my god. Okay. So, Marat Balamza, do I think Resident Evil 6 is underrated? To you, it is the most underrated Resident Evil game, to be honest, in your opinion. Nah, I don't think it's underrated. In fact, I look on it slightly poorly because it's like it didn't try hard enough. Like it tried, but not enough to be considered. Alright, Mariah, also, do I think Resident Evil 0 is underrated? To you, it's the second most underrated Resident Evil game. 0, sure, it's probably slightly underrated. I think it's a great Resident Evil game overall, though. I don't know if I would ever considered it to be underrated. What was I doing before the Q&A? What were we doing after? Before the Q&A, I actually got some Burger King. After the Q&A, I really don't know, because there's not going to be a whole lot of time after it before I have to head off to work. Marat's the one putting in a lot of questions here, it seems. So, Marat, which character do I like more, Jessica or Piers? Which character do I like more? Out of the two, probably Piers. Tina Schroeder, it's official. Your hair now longer than mine. Yeah. Marat Blums, do I think Steve is annoying? To you, he isn't. No, I don't think he is either. I'm annoyed at people who thinks he's annoying. Marat Blums, can I say yeah? So much for him. We got to the root of the problem. Say it again. Saved again. Just like Resident Evil 1 Chris. Yeah, so much for him. We got to the root of the problem. Saved again. Oh my god. Alright, Marat, do I think Resident Evil 6 is an okay game? Yes, I do. Why are my hair experiments over for a while? Because they took a lot of dedication, which I don't have room in my life for anymore. For a while. Marat Balons, Chris, Jill, Rebecca, Barry, Wesker, Claire, Leon, Sherry, Ada, Annette, Moyenberg, and most to least favorite. That's a lot of characters, man. And I'm pretty sure you had something similar before, and you're just rehashing it. Alright, most to least favorite. So that will be Chris, Leon, Ada, Barry, Jill, Claire, Wesker, William Birkin. No, Sherry, then William Birkin, then Annette Birkin. Did I get Rebecca in there? No, that's what I'm saying, right? You've named way too many characters. So if I missed one, too bad. I'm not going back on it. The Swedish Traveler. If I have to choose one to eat for the rest of my life, Burger King or McDonald's? McDonald's. I hardly ever go to Burger King, and I only went there because of my girlfriend. Murat Lamza, which character do I like more, Bruce in Dead Aim or Ethan in Seven? Which character do I like more? Probably Bruce McGivern in Dead Aim, because he doesn't whine like Ethan does. Wyatt Chachman, the desert tactical arms. Yeah, thanks, Wyatt. You know damn well my equipment's very slow, and you're making me look shit up, man, dude. Desert tactical arms. All right, just because I'm gonna take countermeasures here during these ask and look up questions. I'm putting slow mode on. Because, yeah, thanks to my equipment being, like, super slow and fuck, I'm not in the best mood. So, we're going 120 seconds here. Don't blame me, blame Wyatt Chachman for his stupid lookup questions. Alright. Desert Tactical Arms Stealth Recon Scout. God, that's a mouthful. Okay. Or FN Ballista. To survive, the Ganado plus Evil Tricell Wyatt Clone Apocalypse. The Wyatts will be equipped with Riot Gear. I'm going with the FN Ballista. Man of Muff, two-way to get easily killed in a video game are getting annoyed by Ashley in Resident Evil 4 and the AI in Resident Evil 5. True that. Well, I own and drive the Suzuki X90 for the rest of my life, or own and drive the Chevrolet Lumina APV. Okay, Suzuki X90. Okay, very small, compact car. Or Chevrolet Lumina APV. Own and drive. I'll go with the Chevrolet Lumina. It's a van. It's a van. That's a lot of space. Murat Blom's. Alright, now I'll turn slow mode off. Alright, Murat Blom's. Do I think Ethan is a generic character? Yeah, actually, I do. Tina Schroeder, what was the weirdest question I've ever read here? Like, what shampoo do I use? Or do I cut my toenails? Something like that. It was in the very early Q&As. Murat Blom's the most generic character in the franchise. The most generic. It's a good question. The most generic character ever. It's really tough to say, but I'm going to go with Dario Rosso from Resident Evil 3. Wyatt Chatron, drive a cool sports car with giant dicks on it for the rest of my life. Drive a cool sports car with the words I hate Resident Evil. I hate Resident Evil will get a lot less attention than giant dicks, so I'll just suffer through that. Murat Balamza, which villain do I like more? Alfred or Morpheus? Alfred. Tina Schroeder, for what stand the G in G virus? This has been answered like several times, and I forget every single time. Like our Gargantan or something. I don't know. Wyatt Chatron, drive a big truck with the umbrella logo on it, or drive a big Hummer with the umbrella logo? Big truck. Murat Balamza, Carlos, Mikhail, Nikolai, most least favorite. Mikhail, Carlos, then Nikolai. Alright. T002, T103, Nemesis, and Talos, most least favorite. Okay, Nemesis, T002, T103, then Talos. Which monster is more annoying, Licker or Bandersnatch? More annoying? Bandersnatch. Yeah. Golgotha. Thank you, Wyatt. Murat Balamza, Hunter Alpha versus Bandersnatch. Hunter Alpha is going to win. Okay. Murat, which character do I like more, Fong Ling or Mia? Fong Ling. Murat Balamza, which shotgun in the Resident Evil franchise sounds the weakest? Probably the Spas 12 and Code Veronica. Oh, shoot. One thing I haven't started doing. I have this on the side right now, and it's another one of Wyatt's drinks. It's one I'm going to do today. Here, let me take a swig. I just already have a drink in hand right now. That's why I haven't drinking it yet. Not bad. Okay. Tina Schroeder, who of the Resident Evil characters have the hardest life? Probably Chris Redfield, Leon Kennedy, Jill Valentine. Like the main of the main. Murat Balamza, do I think the next Resident Evil game, excluding Resident Evil 2 Remake, should feature an infinite rocket launcher? Yeah, I know Resident Evil 7 is missing it. Resident Evil 6 is too. If you didn't know, it's just some people modded it to where they had one. But, yeah, it technically didn't have one. So, yeah, seriously, that's something they should have kept to. That's a Resident Evil tradition right there, is an infinite rocket launcher. Murat Balamza, melee systems in 4, 5, 6, most to least favorite. Melee systems? Okay, it's definitely 5, then 6, then 4. Tina Schroeder, being reborn as Chris or Wesker? Chris. Fuck. Alright, Murat Balamza, 2 Liquor Betas versus Farfarello. I think the Farfarello is going to win. Has the advantage. Hunter Alpha versus Anubis. I feel like Hunter Alpha will still win. What did I last eat? What will I eat next? Well, we are at a paradox here because technically I'm still eating what I last ate and I'm not finished, so I'm eating what I will next eat. You know what I mean? It's a burger from Burger King. So, that's the first. I'm eating, well, it's not the first time I've eaten during a Q&A, but it is the first time you asked that question while I was eating. So it answers itself. Least to most funny canonical Resident Evil games, including guiding. I don't know if I can answer that. There's a ton of games. And funny is not something you really associate to the Resident Evil franchise. If I really had... Now, there's too many games, why I can't answer that question. Murat Balamza, which Resident Evil game featured the Anubis bow? I don't know, actually. Man, do I want Auto Shotgun to come to Resident Evil? Yes. Wyatt, your questions were slow at the beginning because your computer was dickishly slow. Or your questions should come in hot now. Oh, great. Tina Schroeder, would I wish a new super weapon like the PRL 412 or a new rocket launcher model because the Infinite RPG 7 in every game getting old? Well, if not the rocket launcher, then yeah, some sort of other infinite weapon or like experimental weapon. I mean, the gauntlets in 7 in Zoe's and End of Zoe scenario are actually pretty dope, if you ask me. White Chachin, for future reference, ignore what I'm currently eating. Whatever's currently being eaten doesn't matter to parameters of the question. Whatever, Wyatt. Who said you get to make the rules? Murat Balamza, which Resident Evil game has the best monster designs? Has the best monster designs? Probably Revelations 1. Favorite Resident Evil options menu? That is an interesting question. I don't know. Probably Resident Evil 3's. Least favorite Resident Evil options menu? Guidance, if that counts. What would I come down to visit you if you paid for the trip? Would I come down to visit you if you paid for the trip? Maybe. Man, if AA12 or Spots 12 for Hunter, I'll AA12, man. Do I think... Wyatt Chachin, do I think... That was Mana's question earlier, by the way. Wyatt Chachin, do I think Wesker's death in Resident Evil The Final Chapter was stupid? No, I don't think so. Tina Schroeder, inspired by what? Would I visit you if you paid for the trip? Yeah. Okay, you got a very interesting donation coming in a little bit here. Man, if there's rumors that Resident Evil 3 remake is in development. Of course there is. Alright, and there's Wyatt Chachin's super chat. Mary Juanes Spiritu. If I really choose between the two, it would be Murat Balamza. Good lord. Alright, Murat Balamza, the Anubis BOW, is featured in Operation Javier. According to the files, it's Hunter's successor. It's a bat injected with T-virus with organs removed. Interesting. Murat Balamza, the most brutal death, spin-offs only. The most brutal death in the spin-offs only. That sucks, because the spin-offs don't have any spectacular deaths, if you ask me. But... most brutal death. Probably getting pounded by Mr. X in Survivor. Murat, which game has the worst monster designs? Gaiden. Wyatt Chachin, Juanes Spiritu versus all of chat. Well, chat doesn't provide a physical force against someone, so no one's gonna win. Wyatt, choose from following loadouts as part of the Glass Vulcan Blubber Apocalypse, a CZ-805 brand, 3 ready-to-eat meals and some rope, or a Daewoo K3, 3 bottles of water, and a flashlight. Okay. CZ805 Bren. Or Daiwuki 3. And then look at the rest of the loadout. 3 rated emails and some rope, or 3 bottles of water and a flashlight. I'm going with loadout B on that one. What are my impressions of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate so far from what I've seen? All I've seen is the E3 reveal, so nothing really. Marabalamza, which monster fight do I like more, the Yawn or the Iluzija? The Yawn. It's classic. Least brutal death across all the games. Getting acided on by a zombie. Yeah. Or a bunch of infectious moths sticking to Sherry in Resident Evil 2. Marabalamza, which monster in Rev has the best design? Wait a minute. Which monster in Rev has the best design? Probably the Dragignazo. Yeah. Wyatt, I guess you clarified that earlier question. Juanes Espiritu versus all of the people in chat. Well then, yeah, he's gonna get pummeled. But any one person in this chat will be pummeled if they face off against the rest of the chat. Of the people in chat. Even you. Least brutal death in Resident 4. Ignore non-death fail conditions. Ignore non-death fail. What does that mean? You either die or you don't, Wyatt. I don't know what you're talking about. So, I stand by my answer. Moths in Resident Evil 2 against... yeah. Marabalamza, which monster in Rev has the worst design? Probably the Gyozo. Be forced to have a 4-hour Skype session with you twice a month for the rest of my life, or be forced to have an 8-hour Skype session with my mom twice a month for the rest of my life. I can find ways to talk to my mom for 8 hours, so that actually wouldn't be too hard to manage. Wyatt, give up all Tekken and swap it with Smash Brothers, or give up all Tekken and swap it with Battlefield. So basically, would I rather play Smash Brothers or Battlefield? If I had to. I will go Smash Brothers. Thank you very much. No Battlefield or Call of Duty. Keep me away from that stuff. Fire Mario. Do I think they will include the Desert Eagle in Resident Evil 2 Remake? I sure as hell hope so. We'll see, though, I guess. What? Always say corny romantic things to my girlfriend or to Manif? I would rather always say corny romantic things to my girlfriend, because it's kind of half of our speech anyway. Which monster in Gaiden has the worst design? Whatever that... Like, not the final boss, but like the smaller version of it, I guess. I don't know what it's called. The thing that has fucking things coming out of its... I don't know. Alright, I want to spirit to Wyatt Chatron. A non-death fail condition is like when Ashley gets killed or kidnapped. Right. I can't count that. I can't count that for least brutal death in Reservoir. Well, because I don't regard that as a death. I count that as a mission fail. Marabalamza, which monster in Gaiden has the best design? By the way, what is Gyozo? Not sure what spelling. Gyozo is one of the sea creatures. It's not the sea creeper, it's the other thing. It's like the faster piranha-ish type thing. But which monster in Gaiden has the best design? Probably the Tyrant. Or the final boss, basically. Manif, M60 or M16 to survive Ganado. And just so you know, Manif, it's not Gando, it's Ganado. And Magini, get rid of the A, it's not Maggiani. But anyway, I'll go with the M16. Oh, you want me to take a look at the M60? Okay, fine. M60 gun versus M16. Yeah, I'm still going with M16. Wyatt just donated $2. Right, so what is the least brutal death in Resident Evil 4? Just getting... Oh, getting hit with a fucking bow. And then falling dead. Yeah. An arrow. Getting hit with an arrow, I would say. What do I like grilled cheese? Yes, I do, especially if it's in tomato soup. Have I ever had Nutella? No, and I'm not interested. Why have to drink deer piss on stream or have to stab myself in the stomach with Chris's Resident Evil 7 knife on stream? Ugh. Well, I am more likely to live if I just drank the deer piss, I guess. So I'm going with that. That would be fucking gross, though. That would be horrible. Tina, you want to see my girlfriend again because she's cute? I know, she's in the room next door playing Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Marat Blamza, which main Resident Evil game has the worst monster design? Which game has the worst monster design? What's it with you and monster designs for this one? Which main Resident Evil game has the worst monster design? Okay, honestly, probably Resident Evil 3. One to spare two. You will need to redraw my character because of my hair. Oh yeah, I told you. Dr. Salvador versus Lisa Trevor. That's a good one, I think. Honestly, I think Dr. Salvador might win. Wyatt, best and worst enemy designs and freedom. Well, the best is probably the tech at the bonus level, and the worst is the worst is the tyrant, the one-armed tyrant, whatever. Marabalamza, El Gigante versus Endesu. I think El Gigante was more lethal than Endesu was. White Chotron, fight El Garador with Chris's Resident Evil 7 knife and a blacktail with 10 rounds, or fight a Vulcan Blubber with 1 flash grenade and Resident Evil 4 shotgun with 5 rounds. These are the most random questions ever, Wyatt. You're taking, like, you're randomizing every little part of it. I'm gonna fight the El Garador with Chris's knife and a blacktail. Also, Leon with color 7 plus 2 El Garadors and 3 guys versus Chris with Lightning Hawk and 10 Rotted. Leon's winning. Marabalams, do I think Resident Evil 4 is a survival horror game? Good survival horror game, bad survival horror game. I do regard it as a survival horror game. It was the last one before the series went downhill. And it was a good survival horror Resident Evil game. One Espiritu, Katana or Hatchet? Katana. Man, if the M60 is more powerful, have 100 magazine, and it's a light machine gun. Okay, so what? Fire Mario, what is my favorite Far Cry game? Yours is Far Cry 3. I'm not interested in Far Cry, so I don't have a favorite. What? Damnation Ada with Bowgun plus 3 Hunter Elites versus Resident Evil 4 with Broken Butterfly plus 1 of the Bella Sisters. These questions seem like desperate. It's like you can't come up with something more original. But anyway, I think Wesker's going to win. One Espiritu, the worst thing I've done on Sims is light the entire lot on fire. Worst boss in Outbreak. Worst boss in Outbreak? Like, what do you mean by worst? Like, my least favorite, or like the easiest to kill, or the most pathetic boss? Like, I don't know what you mean by worst boss. But if you're talking like the most pathetic boss, it's the horde of zombies at the very end of the Outbreak scenario. If you're talking about like most hated boss or something, it's the Leech Man throughout the Hive scenario. Wyatt Chatron, who's cuter? Damnation Ada or Resident Evil 4 Ashley? Cuter? Probably, believe it or not, probably Ashley. Wyatt, you, Leon, 5 Hunter Gammas versus me, Bruce McGivern, and 1 Dr. Salvador. Well, yeah, you just set yourself up to be the winner, so that just goes without saying. That's an unfair question. Tina Schroeder, do I know the game Hello Charlotte? When yes, do you find Freya's cute? No, I don't. Marab Alamza, which monster in Resident Evil 3 has the best design, and which monster in Resident Evil 3 has the worst design? The best designed monster in Resident Evil 3, I would say, is Nemesis, like, general first form. The worst designed monster is probably the Drain Deimos. Yeah. Wyatt Chatron, take all of my girlfriend's money without telling her and buy an expensive gift for you or for Manoff. It would be more understandable, I guess, if I did it for you. One Espiritu, best character to use tactics. Probably Leon. Absolute MMA. You're at work right now, and Resident Evil 2 Remake 1 month, 12 days away. I know. What? Propose to my girlfriend now, but she says no and breaks my heart, or my parents disown me right now forever and actively try to sabotage everything I do. Probably just propose and get rejected. That's so much simpler. My girlfriend leaves me, or Resident Evil 4 Wesker shows up to deliver a flying kick to my stomach once a week for the rest of my life. Well, this is a hypothetical question, so I have no shame in just saying I'll take the kicks because it's not going to happen. My bank loses all of my money and gives it to their rich executives, quote, on the loses, or accidentally gets transferred to Manoff, who refuses to give it back. I'd probably go with the latter scenario, because I'll make his life a living hell if he refuses to give it back. Marabalam's the worst feature of Resident Evil 6 Chris campaign. Just all of the soldiery action, especially in that one scenario with the Ogreman. One Espiritu, did I like Resident Evil 6? Half of it, probably. Manoff, do I like the Max Payne series? Yes, I do. I own all 3 of them. Tina Schroeder, what do I think about beauty surgery? If a woman wants to go through with it, that's their choice. I'm not going to argue against it. It's nothing I would recommend, though. Marab Alam's the best and worst monster designs in Resident Evil 4. The best monster design in 4 is probably Sadler's final form. While the worst monster design, Honestly, it's probably U3. Yeah. Well, on a Spirit 2, Dr. Salvador versus the Axe Guy in Outbreak. You don't remember his name. I actually don't remember it either right now, but Dr. Salvador is going to win. Have I heard of Monster Hunter? Maybe, not too sure though. Marat Balamza, which Resident Evil game features the best looking zombie and which one features the worst looking? The best featured zombies are probably goes to Resident Evil 6, to be honest. The worst looking zombies, on the other hand, definitely Gaiden. Definitely Gaiden. Robert Kendo versus Luis Serra. Who would survive the streets of Raccoon City during an outbreak? Luis Serra, most likely. Wyatt bringing back a riddle for the lulz. It's 7 a.m. I'm asleep and there's a sudden knock on the door. Behind the door are our parents who came for breakfast. In my fridge, bread, milk, pasteurized, juice, and a jar of jam. What will I open first? Make sure I read it correctly. What is that? Why are you doing this? Why are you making me have to focus on a fucking question where I have to take goddamn time? Why can't you just be like everyone else and ask a decent question? "7 a.m. I'm asleep. There's a sudden knock on the door. Behind the door are my parents who came to have breakfast. In my fridge, bread, milk, which is pasteurized. I'm not even sure what that means. Juice and a jar of jam. What will I open first? Make sure I read it correctly." Well, you didn't say I wake up, so I'm assuming I just stay asleep and I actually don't grab anything. So, that's my answer to that. I'm still asleep. I don't grab anything. You weren't specific enough. Tina Schroeder. See what I did? See how you like? How do you like it when I twist it like that? Tina Schroeder, what would I like, a real good Outbreak remake or not so good sequel? More. A really good Outbreak remake? I would rather go for that then. Why every third paycheck goes directly to you for the rest of my life, or my girlfriend transforms into an ugly Vulcan. Every third paycheck will go to you, I guess. Whatever. One Espiritu, be good at melee or be good at shooting? I'd rather be good at shooting. What? Have I ever gone to a restaurant, a TV, and TVs, and asked for the channel to be changed? No. If Capcom started a dedicated Resident Evil TV channel, would I tune in? Maybe. Would I say that I'm a working man or a lazy bum? Yeah, I'm probably more of a lazy bum, but I do have a good job, so nothing to worry about. At my job, am I able to take a vacation in whole day, half day, or hourly increments? Whole day only. Mara Balam's most favorite side character in the franchise. Probably Luis Serra. Barry Burton. Barry Burton in Resident Evil 1. That is definitely my favorite. Wyatt Chotron, get fired from my job and humiliated in front of everyone I work for, and it gets filmed in 8K with excellent audio and put on YouTube, or my girlfriend spends 6 months in SRT lockup. Well, I'm going to go with a more hypothetical situation since it's not going to happen in real life, and my girlfriend will just spend 6 months in SRT lockup. Wyatt Chotron, have I followed your recommendation from the... God, I still haven't watched that podcast. No, I haven't. Tina Schroeder, fight Ninx or a sadistic Wesker in real life? I'd rather fight sadistic Wesker. Just so you know, it's getting really, really hard to keep to my dedications like connected to you since my girlfriend's living with me now. It is much harder for me to focus on YouTube type stuff. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So be careful with your recommendations. Tina Schroeder, fight... Or, I already answered that. Marat Balamza, do I think I'll play Umbrella Corps when I get to it in my Let's Plays full series? That is ultimately when I'm going to finally play it, is when I get to it in the full plays, I feel like. I could just make a plan of that and just say, no, I just refuse to touch it until that point. So it probably will be a blind playthrough, to be honest, at that point. Juanes Spiritu, did I like Revelations 2? Yeah, I did like it, actually. So yeah, go ahead and buy it. Wyatt Chotron, for the riddle, you're pretty sure the answer to either my eyes or the door. my eyes or the door? What will I open first? Yeah, probably my eyes. See, there's a good twist to it. So, Marabalam's favorite chapter in Resident Evil 6 Chris campaign. Probably the last one. Wyatt proposed to my girlfriend at a huge sports game, and she says no, and it gets caught in mega screen, and I get humiliated, or being known racist for the next 2 years. You know what? I'll just suffer through the rejected proposal, because that could become a viral video on YouTube. Also, never be able to brush my teeth, use mouth rinse, breath fresheners of any kind, floss, and go to the dentist. Or, never be able to wash or cut any hair on my body ever again. Hygiene is important to me, so I'll just grow my hair out for the rest of my life. No problem. I kind of already did that once, as you all know. Juanes Spiritu, do I think Outbreak should have a follow-up? Of some sort, why not? I would say. Wyatt, would I rather have the power to make your crazy scenarios come true, or Thanos exists and successfully snaps half the universe out of existence? You know, the universe could probably use half of its population to be just ixnayed, because the world and the Earth alone is getting overpopulated. No, because if your crazy scenarios come true, I'm gonna suffer a lot more. What? Spider-Man versus Batman? Isn't that a question that's been asked for like the last 70 years? Spider-Man. Juanes Espiritu. Have I watched Resident Evil Arklay short film, and did I like it? I actually did watch it with Wyatt Chartrand, I believe, and it was alright. Tina Schroeder. Nyx become more and more human if it absorbs bodies. How do I think would Nyx be if it had survived records and absorbed nearby cities? It would have been a gargantuan mess. Marabalamza, can I say that was too close? You were almost a Jill sandwich, just like Resident Evil 1 Barry. That was too close. You were almost a Jibble sandwich. You were almost a Jill sandwich. Yeah. You notice how he almost says Jibble instead of Jill? What? Do I ever take surveys online? Hardly ever. Absolute MMA. Which would I rather have? Wesker's superhuman abilities or bang Ada for one night only? I would rather bang Ada for one night only. Wyatt Chatron, would I break up with my girlfriend in order to spend more time on YouTube and have a non-romantic bro relationship with you? No. Would not. My girlfriend comes way before YouTube. There's a lot of things that actually comes before YouTube in my life. Just so you guys know. Because, again, I don't know how many times I've said this in my YouTube career, but YouTube is still only a hobby for me. It's not a career, it's not a dedication for me. I could decide to just end it one day if I wanted to. I wouldn't lose sleep over it. But anyway, Juanes Spiritu, am I a fan of puzzles in Resident Evil games? Yes, it's what makes them classic in my opinion. He lost a lot of the puzzle elements in the more modern games, if you ask me. It's part of the reason why I don't like them as much. Marabalamza, can I say I don't need anyone else? I have Ouroboros just like Resident Evil 5 Ouroboros. I don't need anyone else. I have Ouroboros. Oh my god. It's like he overstated that a little bit. Basically spit on the B part of Ouroboros. Wyatt Chatron, will I ever build a powerful gaming PC rig? Like 3 4K monitors, overclocking enabled, custom water loops, etc. I don't have... in the future, if I had the money, I still don't know if I ever would, because I don't have the mind nor the need of such a machine, I feel like. I would pay someone to make one for me, though. I would do that. Wyatt Chapter, favorite chapter in Resident Evil 4? And 4? Chapter... that's really tough, but... For me, it's one of the island scenarios. Honestly, it's probably the final chapter. It's the final chapter. No. No. I know what my favorite is. It's when you do the first knife fight with Krauser. That chapter. I don't know which one specifically that is, but it's that chapter where you do the first knife fight. And you have like a bunch of quick time events with Krauser. That's my favorite right there. Tina Schroeder, can I imagine a monster that is more scary than Neeks? Reaper. Juanes Spiritu, fight Nemesis with a fork or spoon? Fork. Tina Schroeder, do I like drama? It depends on the kind of drama. If it's like family drama or just someone expressing like how their day's been shit and whatnot, no, I don't like that kind of drama. Now, theatrical drama I do like movies and whatnot. Marab Alam's the least favorite chapter in Resident Evil 6 Leon campaign. I don't know if I have a least favorite. It's been so long since I played through Resident Evil 6, I can't remember everything that happened in every chapter. So honestly, Murat, I can't answer that question accurately. Wyatt Shotron, how is this week's drink? What, the Sport Aid Fruit Punch? It's better than the blue one, I'll tell you. For me. Yeah, that answers your second part of the question. Would I break up with my girlfriend if she started doing hardcore drugs and wouldn't crit? Yes. That is a deal breaker if she turned to hardcore drugs. Juanes Spiritu, how long... Oh my god. Okay, I'm starting to fall behind, so I need to put slow mode on again. But I'll only put it like down to not 900 seconds, 90. Okay. So a minute and a half wait time now. Because, yeah, I'm falling too far behind. We still got about 13 minutes in this thing. Alright. So, where was I? Juanes Spiritu. How long did it take for my hair to grow that long? That was a year and about 4 months growth. I started this hair experiment on August 27th of 2017. So yeah, a little more than a year and 4 months, basically. Wait. No, a year and 3 months. A little more than a year, 3 months. There you go. Just under a year and 4 months is a good way to put it. Okay. Wyatt Chachin, do I think marrying Leon, having kids, and settling down would suit Ada? Probably not for a while. Do I think marrying Chris, having kids, and settling down with Chris would suit Jill? Yes. I feel like they're at the appropriate age where they need to settle down. They've been at the bioterrorism business too long. Murab Alamza, do I think rocket launcher of Resident Evil Outbreak File 1 and 2 behaves weak compared to the other rocket launchers of Resident Evil games? Yeah, it does. It really does. And the aiming takes forever. Holy shit. Juanes Spiritu, I have no idea what you meant by that question. It's the way you worded it was horrible. You put, many kids do you like? I don't know what you're asking there. Wyatt, sex with Rev 1 Jill where she's on top, or sex with Jessica where she's on top? Jessica. Tina Schroeder, which rocket launcher model do I like the most? Resident Evil 4's RPG-7 model. Yeah. Resident Evil 4 trivia question. How many chainsaw-wielding enemies are in the village portion of the game? This includes everything before you get to the eye scanner gate. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Five? That is my guess. 5. Juanes Espiritu, worst Stars member. Worst Stars members Alpha and Bravo. The worst Stars member in Alpha Team. Let me see here. It's probably Joseph Frost. The worst one in Bravo Team is Kenneth J. Sullivan. He was Bravo Team, right? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, he was. Marab Alamza, did I play the Agent Hunt mode of Resident Evil 6? Hardly. And no, I don't like it. Juanes Espiritu, do I watch anime? Yes, a little bit. Wyatt Chatron, me ending my YouTube channel is one of the only things that would make you cancel your patronage. Well, that makes sense. That's only fair. I wouldn't expect you to keep your patronage if I stopped YouTube. That's the reason you started patronage is because of my YouTube. Also, trivia question, what does Leon audibly say when he gets a mission failed due to Ashley being killed or taken out of the load area? Oh, no. Alright. What was my reaction to get my head chainsawed off for the first time? I was like, damn, that's brutal. But awesome. Because I had a sick little mind. I always enjoyed Decapitations a little bit. Only in video games, though. Well, or in any form of entertainment. If it's for entertainment purposes, Decapitations are, like, interesting. They look cool. To me. Marab Alamza, most and least favorite chapters in Jake's campaign. Again, I don't know 6 well enough to really accurately answer that question, so I'm just gonna skip it. Absolute MMA. See you later. Almost done with work. See you, man. Juanes Espiritu. Yawn versus Neptune. Yawn. Wyatt, would I rather die painlessly but completely alone, or die very painfully but surrounded by everyone I love? I'd rather die painlessly, just alone. Yeah. Marab Alamza, do I think the AI in Orc sucks? I think Orc sucks in general. Juanes Espiritu, most underrated character in the franchise. Probably Steve Burnside. Wyatt Chatron, would I rather have a great life but die super painfully, or have a shit life but die painlessly? Or die super painfully but die... Okay. I would rather have a great life and die painfully. Also, when I'm old, would I rather die before or after my spouse? Assume that my future spouse is my partner. Well, of course I'm going to assume that. I would rather die before. Marab Alamza, least favorite chapter in Resident Evil 4. Least favorite chapter in 4. Probably. It's just one of them seems to drag on forever. It's the one where you're driving on in like a forklift with Ashley, or whatever that thing is. That's my least favorite. Yeah. Wyatt Chatron, was I getting really pissed at Tina when she started spamming all those riddle questions? Just a tiny bit. Juanes Espiritu, what is my favorite movie? Oh, now I know. Okay. My favorite movie currently is still Interstellar. But I have a feeling it's going to change to the new live-action Lion King next year. I honestly do. Which is funny, because it will be slightly the same as my favorite childhood movie, which was the original animated Lion King. Alright. Wyatt Chatron, would I rather die at sea on the sinking boat or land in a burning building? I'd rather die at sea. And when comparing like that. Murabalams, do I think Resident Evil 6 Chris campaign is hard or is it easy? It's easier than I'd say Leon and Ada scenario. So, I guess easy. Wyatt Chatron, funniest Resident Evil 6 Chris chapter or scene? The funniest Chris chapter or scene? Scene is probably is like the bar scene at like the beginning or something like that. Or when he goes like, fall in line, soldier. One Espiritu. How many consoles do I own? Shit. Well, I got this PS2 right over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you almost can. Yeah, this is a PS2. So that's one. I have an old N64 in a box in my closet, so that's two. Technically, I bought an FC Twin, which is the combination of the NES and SNES several years ago, so that's three. And then in my living room, I have Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS4, and my girlfriend's PS3, which is now I feel like we're co-owning. So, and then I have like a little tiny portable Atari system, so... Oh, and I have a Wii, of course. And I have a Nintendo 3DS, and technically, even though it's broken, I have a Game Boy Advance, so... Unless you're not counting handhelds, it's 11 total, but if you're excluding handhelds, it's 9. There you go. So, I got quite a few consoles. Okay. Let's see, I have a little under 4 minutes left. And I have a lot of catching up to do, because Wyatt Chatron spamming! Alright. Marat Balamza, do I think remote bombs in both Resident Evil 6 and 7 feels fun to use? In 6, I don't care much about them. In 7, though, they're a little more useful, I feel like. What? Least favorite flavor of potato chips. Least favorite? Salt and vinegar. Which is horrible to come from an American, apparently. Wyatt Chatron, would I rather die by going deep sea diving and having my oxygen tank run out, or die by going bungee jumping and having my cord snap? I'd rather die by going the bungee jumping because that's going to be instant the moment I hit the ground. While drowning in deep sea, that's horrible. Manif, you are co-hosting the next Q&A. That is the plan, so have to find a convenient date and time for you, I guess. Just so you know, though, I'm busy next weekend, so it's most likely going to be on a weekday. So we'll have to figure something out. If I have to do it late at night for your convenience, I'm willing to do that, even if it's not technically a late night one. Intended to be. Just Some Gamer, am I excited for the Crash Team Racing remake? They're doing that? I haven't heard of it yet. I need to look that up, apparently. But if that's what if they're remaking it just like the Crash Insane trilogy, then hell yeah, I would love to get that, because Crash Team Racing is the closest thing to the classic, to the first three Crash Bandicoot games. It's basically the same engine, it's just a racing game. So yeah, I would love it if they remade it in the same fashion. Juanes Espiritu, do I play any instruments? No, not full time. In my youth, I used to play acoustic guitar and recorder. So, yeah, that's about it, though. Wyatt Chatron, would I rather sacrifice my life to save 10 friends or let 5 friends die for me? One of the 5 friends would be Manif. I'd rather... The fact that one of them is Manif doesn't change my answer, but I would, in general, rather sacrifice my life to save 10 people. Wyatt Chatron, Stars versus NSA. NSA. Marat Balamza, best and worst monster designs in Resident Evil 6. The best monster design in Resident Evil 6 is probably Probably the Ogremon. The worst monster design, it's very close between the Ubistvo and the Lipotitsa, if you ask me. They're both, like, abominations, and just, like... I'm gonna go with the Lipotitsa, because I like how they named it, and I feel like they subliminally put the word tit in there, because it looks like it has a bunch of boobs on it, on its body. That's literally what it looks like. Wyatt Chachran, 10 Hunter Muse versus 1 El Gigante. I feel like the El Gigante will maintain its own. Tina Schroeder, would I like a new Outbreak or Revelations sequel more? I would rather see another Outbreak. Oh, I was actually correct, Wyatt, the answer was 5. Yeah, I thought so. Funniest cutscene in Resident Evil 1. When Chris says we got to the root of the problem. Watch funniest cutscene in Darkstar Chronicles. Don't know the game enough to really care to answer that. Which monster do I like more, Marablanza? Talos or Ustanak? Ustanak. Wyatt, third least funny. I thought I told you to knock those off. One is for to... That's the timer going off, so the last question I'm going to answer... Good for you, Wyatt. You got it in just in time. If Revelation 0 came out, would I be hyped for it? That will be the last question I answer. So no more questions, people, please. Now it's time to catch up. Here we go. So yeah, Wyatt, I thought I told you to quit the third least funny or third most funny. Third favorites are Ixnade on these Q&As. One is Spiritu. What anime do I like? Naruto and Naruto Shippuden are my favorites. Wyatt Chachran, Leon versus Jake. I'm pretty sure Jake's gonna win. Tina Schroeder, listen to my belly. If you would resurrect as a boy, would you be more like Chris or Leon? What do you mean listen to my belly? You'd probably look more like Leon. Wyatt Chachran, suddenly become the first Dr. Salvador or get killed by Leon, or suddenly become the Nynx? I'd probably suddenly become the Nynx. USA Army, hi, you are super late. The Q&A is practically over. I'm just playing catch-up now. Marat Balamza, which main Resident Evil games the best and worst inventory systems, in my opinion? Inventory systems, in my opinion. The game with the best inventory system, I would say, is Resident Evil 4. I like the attaché case. The worst inventory system? 6. 6. That was just weird. It just went across a line, and it's just like, ugh. Alright. What Resident Evil game with the worst enemy AI? With the worst enemy AI? Probably 1. The original. Yes. Resident Evil game with the worst non-enemy AI besides Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 6. Nah, scratch that. Resident Evil 4. Ashley was a dumb broad in Resident Evil 4. Tina Schroeder, listen to my belly. What is with the listen to my belly? That makes no sense whatsoever. If Wyatt would be resurrected as a girl, would he look more like Sheva or Ashley? Ashley. Wanda Spiritu, favorite shotgun design in Resident Evil series. Just so you know, Tina Schroeder, it's unfair you asked that because I know what Wyatt looks like. I don't know what you look like, even though you used a video game character for reference. But why don't you just get over your shyness and Skype with me one day, Tina Schroeder? But anyway, the question was, favorite shotgun design in the series, Juan Espiritu. My favorite shotgun design is definitely the boomstick or the M1100 in Resident Evil 2. Oh yeah. Rob Alonzo, do I think the zombies in Dead Aim look good? Yeah, they look decent. They're alright, actually. Manif, worst Resident Evil spin-off. For me personally, it's Umbrella Corps. But fans would probably argue it's Gaiden or Operation Raccoon City. No, it's probably Gaiden. Wyatt Chatron, 10 Hunter Deltas versus 10 Hunter Gammas versus 5 Emerald Visitors in a vicious 3-way team fight. Hunter Gammas are going to win. Have I ever been to a bar? Yes, a few times. Have I ever bar hopped? No. Least epic cutscene across all Resident Evil games. Least epic cutscene, huh? That's too vague of a question. Funniest scene across all of the CGI films. It's that one guy in Degeneration being an idiot with his gun. Funniest scene across all of the live-action films. I'm getting tired of these so fast. Because you're being very vague in every single one of these questions. So I'm skipping them, Wyatt. Too bad. What? Marabalamza, do I think dead aim is easy or hard? Dead aim is easy. It's super easy. Juanes Espiritu, you tried growing your hair but ended up looking like the 5th member of the Beatles. Ha ha! Yeah, I was at that point. Least to most favorite Resident Evil 4 enemies, must rank of all. Yeah, screw you, Wyatt. That's way too long. You mean least and most favorite. My least favorite Resident Evil 4 enemy is definitely Delago. Yes. My most favorite is the final form of Sadler. I don't have time to answer that question, Wyatt. I'm just being blunt right there. Trivia question. What is the best-selling video game system of all time? This includes dedicated video game handhelds. The best-selling video game system of all time? Is it not... I want to say Nintendo 64. What least funny moment in Tekken I've experienced? That's a pointless question. Who wants to know my the least funny moment? Marabalamza, which fight do I like more? Jake versus Ustanak. Final one to be exact, or Joe equipped with Gauntlet versus Jack? Joe. Well, we know that Jake defeated the Ustanak, so that already answers itself. Oh, no. Which fight do I like more? Jake versus Ustanak, the final fight, or Gauntlet versus Joe with Gauntlet versus Jack? Actually, Joe with Gauntlet versus Jack was a more entertaining fight, if you ask me. Tina Schroeder, do I know Hartz the Fourth? It's a law in Germany that pay you a semi-good life if you don't have a job. No joke. I don't have time to look it up, Tina. Sorry. Juanes Espiritu, So, okay, here's the thing. If it's not clear enough, if you guys have any lookup questions beyond the timer going off of a Q&A, they become like Ixnade. Like, I don't have time to do that. Especially if it's a vague question like Wyatt Chatron's. So, Juanes Espiritu, you got a PS3 and PC, but your PC can only play 20 consoles. So you have a bunch of emulators. Yeah, I got that. I didn't count emulators. I could add more if I wanted to, but I'm done. US Army. Everyone's saying what Hunk face looked like. Real face is a gas mask. He has a real face. It's revealed in Resident Evil 3, if you didn't know. Okay, what? And I completely missed that super chat because I'm like so ready. I'm trying so hard to get done with this Q&A. PS3 or Xbox 360? Xbox 360. Am I more hyped for the PS5, the next Xbox, or whatever succeeds the Switch? I'm most hyped probably for the PS5. What the hell?